Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. Alright, and welcome to a video that I wasn't going to do this year, but a couple people have asked me, so I decided, why not? And that is the State of the Collection 2021. So the reason why I wasn't going to do the video this year is not actually a lot has changed. Even though a lot of stuff has come in over the last year, a lot of it has gone out. I wasn't won over by a ton of new games this year, so I didn't add a lot of new things to my collection. A lot of things did go out though, that's for sure, and I do need to get a lot more out because there's like 20 or so games coming in over the next year, and I have no room for any of them, so I need to be far more discerning in what I let go because my hobby room is very small. Games I sold this year, just off the top of my head, Dragon Quest, Madara, Conan, Hunter's AD, Secrets of the Lost Station, TMNT, Change is Constant, Street Masters, Giga Robo, Tainted Grail, and I think there was quite a few. I mean, there's a lot of games I sold, and as we look at the collection today, there's going to be a lot of things that I need to let go. I need to, like I said, be way more discerning in what I keep and be just freer with letting things go. But at the same time, as new things come in, sometimes I'm not really liking them. A lot of that new stuff came in that I didn't like. Bloodborne came in, and I don't think I'm going to be keeping that. Some people have asked, why don't I hold on to Bloodborne until somebody comes up with a better way to play the game with or without the timer. And the truth of the matter is, it's just I have such limited space that I really need to only keep the games that I love. This needs to be a super curated collection. I don't have the luxury of space to where I can just keep every game that I just kind of like. Dark Souls went out as well. I finally found somebody to buy Dark Souls. I think I sold it for $20. Took a pretty major hit on that. But anyways, let's take a look at the collection and talk through it. All right, so let's start at the top here. We've got some hobby stuff there. I don't think anything has really changed here. Ghost Stories, Walking Dead, Here's Negan. That's a game I need to get to the table again. That is a fantastic game, so underrated. I probably say that every time I mention the game. Crossmaster Quest, that is a game that I need to get rid of. Definitely on the chopping block. Escape Curse of the Tomb, or the Temple, really fun game there. Zombicide Invader with the stretch goals, that needs to go. That needs to be sold soon. That's taking up a lot of room. Midnight Legion box set with 3 game books. That could probably be sold too. I think I'm done with game books. Game books are a thing that I always like the idea of more than I actually like playing these days. I don't say this in a derogatory way, but I think I've outgrown them, or I don't mean like I'm better than them. It's something that I really enjoyed in my past, and I keep trying to reignite that flame now, and I don't need to. So I think I'm going to sell all of my game books along with some RPG stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. But here we have Escape the Dark Castle with all the expansions in there, Aetherfields, Dungeon Universalis, Kingdom Death Monster, Fortune and Glory, Seventh Continent with the expansion. I need to sell both of these. I just don't like the game, unfortunately. I am really looking forward to the new one. What is it? Seventh? I completely forgot the name of it, but they got rid of some of the survival elements, which really I didn't like with Seventh Continent. So Seventh Castle, Seventh Citadel, right? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, look, I need to sell that to make room for that coming in. Escape the Dark Sector. Not sure if I need both. I think I'm going to sell Sector and keep Castle, because I think Castle works better as the kind of party game that I play it as, whereas Sector works better as a gamer's game, as I said in my review, but I don't think I need it. There's a Fortune and another thing I sold that came in, Thunderstone Quest. Yeah, I did not gel with that game at all. Fortune and Glory expansion there. Let's keep going over to the top here. Dawn of the Zeds 3rd edition. That is a game that needs to go. I'm not even sure why I bought it. It's very complex and just not really my style. Pandemonium. That is an interesting game. I got in a trade this year. I've never heard of the game before. It's kind of like a horror-themed little adventure game. I need to get that to the table. I think the reason why I've never heard of it probably makes sense because I don't think it's very good. But I do want to get it to the table and get that played, get a video of that. Return of the Heroes and Under the Shadow of the Dragon. Darklight Memento Mori stuff. That will always probably stay in the collection. Same as Cthulhu Death May Die. There's the Season 2 expansion. Lord of the Rings with its expansion in there. Claustrophobia with all the expansion. That needs to be sold right away. Journey, Wrath of Demons. That should probably be sold as well. Jamaica, Hand of Fate Ordeals, a game I fell in love with more this year. Darkest Night. We'll come over here. We're going into the Shadows of Brimstone corner. The upgrade pack, which is a complete waste of money. I can't believe that they didn't include any of the rule books or adventure books. I mean, what I kick myself frequently for paying money for this upgrade pack. Total joke. Blasted. These 3 boxes here have stuff that I use for the games I'm playing now, my curated collection. We are going to do a big video series on Shadows of Brimstone this year. 2 more Shadows of Brimstone boxes, and then my other Shadows of Brimstone stuff, all the cards and campaign stuff there. 2 of the Warhammer Quest plastic boxes. A Dungeoneer deck, Cave Evil. I did buy this year, I did buy the D&D Essentials kit and the new starter kit to play with my wife and our friends. Hopefully we can start that. Hopefully COVID gets its butt kicked sometime in the near future. Adventure Tactics, Hexplore It, Sands of Shurax, and Force of Adramon. Sands of Shurax needs to go. I got a whole bunch of questions answered from the designer, and the truth of the matter is, while I still love Force of Adramon, I do not like Sands of Shurax at all. I don't like any of the things they added that make the game different than Force of Adramon. So it's just, they added so many systems and so many layers that I just don't have fun playing that. Hellboy expansions there. The living card deck for Sands of Shurax, so that will need to go as well. Dark Venture, Untold Legends, both sets in the same box there. Waste Knights 2nd edition, a game that I enjoyed quite a bit more than I thought I would. Pleasantly surprised with that. I need to play through the other scenarios to see if it's a keeper. I'm not sure if it's a keeper though. It seems like something that I'll just play through and sell. My Myth stuff there. I guess some new Myth stuff is coming. I will never buy any more Myth ever again. That game is, it's just like, it's such a frustrating game. I've spent so much time and money on it that I have a hard time letting it go. Yeah, my relationship with Myth is troubled at best. Folklore, the Affliction, both sets there. Space Cadets Away Missions, fantastic game. Hellboy, still a game I love. Cthulhu, Death May Die, still a game I love. Spire's End, that little card game we did a review for this year. This is getting reprinted. Story Master's Tales, my most hated review. That needs to be sold, but I kind of like using the cards as like a divination deck in Dungeons and Dragons, so I might keep that. It's so small, I might as well just keep it. Super Fantasy, Ugly Snouts Assault, and Night of the Badly Dead. Wanderer, Cult of Barnacle Bay, fantastic game. New expansion, I think, coming this year. Really looking forward to that. V Commandos. Here we have my Jerry Hawthorne stack, Aftermath. I really want to get this back to the table and played through the entire campaign. I need to do that this year. Mice and Mystics, I need to play through Downward Tales this year. Stuffed Fables, Comanauts, I need to sell. Zombicide, Black Plague. This is my favorite of the Zombicide stuff, I think, so I am going to be keeping Black Plague. Big Trouble in Little China, a game I really like still. Champions of Horror, love it. D100 Dungeons, still like that. Escape from Dulce, fantastic game. There was supposed to be a Kickstarter this year with some new stuff, so I'm not sure what happened. And then we have our Iron Kingdoms games, the Undercity and Widow's Wood. I probably don't need to keep Undercity. Widow's Wood, I think, is the better game, so I should probably sell that. All right, coming down here now. Life and Legends, still. I need to do a video on that. Really kind of weird, kind of hippy-dippy card game that is interesting. Okay, Skull Tales. Why do I still freaking have this game? It's like I'm keeping it because of the hope. I want to revisit it just because there's so much cool stuff in those boxes. But I know I probably can't get any money for it. It's going to probably be another like $20 sale like Dark Souls was. This War of Mine, I should probably sell too, even though I think it's a pretty fantastic game. The chances of me ever playing it again are probably pretty slim. Near and Far, I'm pretty sure that game is going to be sold next week once Sleeping Gods arrives this week. And here we go on to Shadows of Malice, a game I very much fell in love with this year, or last year. Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, a game I still absolutely love. Eldritch Horror with some expansions, a game I love. Star Saga, a game I need to play more so I can experience all the expansions and bonus content I have. Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger. Fireteam Zero, should probably sell Fireteam Zero. It's a good game, but it takes up a lot of room on the shelves. Not sure if I'm going to be keeping that. Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition, a game I'll never sell. Love it. And my wife and our friends, we love to play this game. It's a huge hit. Runebound 3rd Edition, Condottiere, 4 decks of Dungeoneering. I consolidated all of my Runebound 2nd Edition stuff into 2 boxes. Gears of War, a game I definitely need to sell. Gears of War, good game, but it never hits the table. Call to Adventure, fantastic little story creating game. Myth, a little tiny little boxed game there. And then we have Dreams and Shadows, the Legends of Andor trilogy and expansion. That takes up a lot of room. Dreams and Shadows, man, I wish that game was as good as its art. Machina Arcana 2nd Edition. This game is amazing. Really looking forward to the new stuff coming. I am so excited for that. That is just purely a great game. Secrets, or Temple of Elemental Evil, and the Drist game in there. Tomb, really cool game. Shadows of Kilforth with Gloom of Kilforth inside. Lost Valley, Doom. I should probably sell Doom because if it's only a competitive game, I will probably never play that again. That one needs to be sold. Man, a lot of stuff I need to sell, huh? Okay, Legacy of Dragon Holt there. Warhammer Quest Adventure card game. Prophecy, Perdition's Mouth, Fury of Dracula 3rd Edition. I need to sell that. I'll never play that again. Deep Madness, that needs to be sold. Man, I have a lot of games that I will probably never play that really need to be sold. Dream Wars, Dead Men Tell No Tales. What a fantastic cooperative game that is. There's the big new release there, Dungeon Crusade, Mummy's Tomb. This shelf here is, I recently bought this Journey to the Overland, which is an insanely bizarre game that I need to do a video on this and learn how to play it and just see what the hell this thing even is. But in this shelf here is A Touch of Evil will be going there. And then we have a little Games Workshop shelf with Dungeon Quest, Advanced Space Crusade, Space Hulk, Deathwatch Overkill. And then Shadespire, Space Marine Adventures, Gore Chosen, Warlock on Firetop Mountain, and Assassinorum Execution Force. Down here we have some Grima Slingers stuff, Fallout with its expansions, Dungeon Run, the FFG Dungeon Quest, Escape from 1 Million BC, I played that this year. That's a fun little cooperative game. I need to do a video on that. And speaking of videos, I am definitely going to do a Defenders of the Last Stand video this year. I really want to play that again. Zaya. And I did also just get the Sellsword expansion for that. City of Chaos, Horrified. Fantastic game there. Relic. My Dungeon Degenerate stuff, Post-Human Saga, Fallen Land. Really looking forward to the new stuff coming from that. And then we have Chainsaw Warrior, Zona, Secrets of the Lost Tomb, Mertwig's Maze there. And then over here we have some Aeon's End, Vampire Hunters, Massive Darkness. Really looking forward to Massive Darkness 2. Hopefully that hits this year. I'm excited for that. And then we have some normal games here. A lot of these could probably be sold as well. Medieval Academy, The Dragon and Flagon, Puzzle Strike, Acquire, Lords of Vegas, Vault of Dragons, Assault on Doomrock. They announced a new edition that's going to be coming out. Looking forward to that. Darkest. I'm going to get this to the table this year. I'm curious about that game. And then Millennium Blades with all of its expansions. That needs to be sold too, just because it really needs like a large group to be good. All right, let's take a look. So on the table right now, I have A Touch of Evil all set up. About ready to do an introductory video for that. Fantastic game. Love it to death. Then I rearranged here, and we have all of my like Warhammer Quest stuff with Blackstone Fortress, Silver Tower, Shadows over Hammerhall, the original Advanced Hero Quest, and then a little Talisman section there. And then we have some of my artistic RPG books. I have decided that I'm no longer going to buy these types of artistic RPG books. My review for Super Blood Harvest, once I realized that like the only person who ever really enjoys these is the owner, the reader. When you run them as a game, no one else is really enjoying the artwork or the artistry of the book. And so the chances of me ever really running them or playing them or enjoying them as they need to be enjoyed is slim to none. I really wish that these authors would make solo games for the person who actually owns the book, so we can enjoy the game that we bought by looking at it. And a lot of these are worth like a lot of money now. I mean, Maze of Blue Medusa, the first printing, that goes for like a couple $100. I think A Red and Pleasant Land is pretty rare these days. So I think I'm going to sell that along with most of my game books. I have purchased quite a few game books over the last year. And like I said, I'm just never going to play them. I am going to keep my Fabled Lands collection because Fabled Lands is like, for me, it's the epitome of the game book medium. It's so much fun. And then, of course, we have some minis, some biggies there. And up here, just more minis for various games. Warhammer, Myth, and Zombicide, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is it. That is the state of the collection for 2021. I'm probably going to go back and watch this and realize that I said I'm going to be selling like 60% of my games, but I need to be more discerning. I need to be more critical of what I keep because I'm out of room. And as more and more things come in, I just need to be able to let go of the things that I don't love and the things that are just taking up room more easily. So, all right, guys, well, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.